This is Dave from Rock and Roll Reviews, and I'm in Glasgow with JJ and Ollie from the Bastard Sons.
How's it going? You alright? Good. We didn't plan that.
Synchronised.
Good, thanks. How's yourselves?
Yeah, right.
Very good.
Yeah.
Drunk.
Yeah. We're a bit battered and bruised, but we're alright.
Yeah. You're currently on the UK tour with Snot.
Yeah.
You were in Newcastle last night.
Last night, yeah.
Yeah. How was that?
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
I used to live there, but I massively panicked and sat in the room all night for some reason because I was driving last night, so yeah, I just sat there and sulked.
Yeah.
For a bit.
Sat backstage and just didn't come out.
Didn't come out. Antisocial. I'm not a dick.
But yeah, the show was awesome. Yeah,
it was really
went
good.
down really well. People there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah,
Nice
I
one.
liked it.
Nice one. And were you guys kind of fans of Snot before the tour? Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were.
band,
Our drummer Rich, it's basically one of his favourite bands ever.
Oh,
so
nice.
I think he's, half semi hard most of every night of the tour.
Yeah, he's pretty much fully erect for a week, wasn't he, after that? Yeah, I was a massive fan when I was younger, and then I don't know, kind of like started listening to punk music as an extension of that, and then just kind of when we found out, we were like, yeah, this is gonna be fucking ace, because obviously they've never played in England before, so
Right, okay.
we were just like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome, and it has been.
Yeah, and
it
it turns out
awesome.
they're like the nicest guys
Yeah,
ever, and
awesome.
love
Good
to
dudes.
party, and yeah, so it's just been a wild one. So
Too much. I was straight edge before I joined the store, and half away into a crate of Stella. So yeah, it's good.
a crate of
A queeze.
a quease of Stella.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good.
Awesome. And you had a bit of an issue on the motorway today. I see your windscreen's not looking
Yeah.
particularly healthy.
I'm gonna pull it again. It was a pheasant surprise.
Yeah. I was driving, and this motorbike was sort of overtaking me, so I looked in my side mirror, and then all of a sudden I looked to the left, and there's this big fucking grouse pheasant thing flying towards it. I just braced for the worst. I thought, right, we're off.
It's not the first famous grouse you've hit, though, was it?
But yeah, so that was I had to wipe my bottom after that, but yeah, it's luckily nothing. We're all fine. There was no big smash or anything. But I was thinking, I didn't actually say anything to anyone, but if the van hadn't been there, it probably would have hit that motorcyclist and killed him.
Yeah.
So we're basically lifesavers.
Yeah.
So,
Hasselhoff. we are David Hasselhoff of the motorway.
Yeah, so one of us must have done something right. Karma.
He definitely did.
Yeah.
Because I literally would have just turned right and killed the motorcyclist and the pheasant. So
Yeah. Well, it's probably because I'm actually legally blind.
Straight. First thing tomorrow, we're arrested.
Yeah.
But yeah, luckily enough.
Yeah,
alive.
That's good.
No injuries. That's good. That's the main thing.
I first heard you guys back in 2012. I reviewed your Bones EP, which kind of got me into you guys back then. Since then, you've had another EP out last year called Roads. How did you kind of tackle this EP? Was it a different kind of way of tackling it than you did the Bones? Was it a similar process?
Well, our songwriting's always the same. Like Ollie and Alex usually just come with a riff, and then we build it up from there. And we went to can't remember the name. No. We recorded with Rory Vallely.
Right.
I can't remember the studio name, but he was. We knew him from like way back in a lot of bands he was with.
Yeah.
And he was very helpful just in the writing process. Well, more the producing process of everything. So it was more like he was just like, try this, try that, and it basically just went from there. Same. I mean, we were still a pretty young band.
Yeah, I think from Bones to Roads, the transition was basically we were maturing as a band, and songwriting, and just finding I think we found our niche a bit more, and our own style, and felt comfortable with the music we were playing. So
yeah, it was good. It was good.
So it was an easy transaction into the next transition. I'm just gonna go and terrible. I don't know.
Awesome. And I take it you guys is it a full length that you're planning next? Is that be the next?
We're in end of March
cool.
at Inner Sounds in York, where we're all from,
Nice.
with Joe and Sam Graves. Sam's currently out recording with Askin Alexandria, and Mike Kingswood's like assistant on it as well, which is really good from Glamour of the Kill. And we just recorded our single with them, and then not changed it, but definitely
just brought it into life, and just worked their magic on it, and it was good.
It's awesome as well. It's a lot more fun because we're friends. You can just go to their studio and play computer games all day, and, smoke and drink, and
and they know what because they're friends. They know what we kind of want. So it was, rather than us having to sit down and explain our sound and blah blah blah, and it was more like we know where you want to go with it. Cool. So it's cool.
You break down the barrier immediately. You don't have to make the first couple of days of small talk shit that you usually have to do with everyone else. So I mean, don't get me wrong, Rory was amazing, but obviously we know those guys and know their sense of humour, so it's not an awkward couple of first days, So it was good.
Cool.
So we're like 2 tracks into that at the moment, and then when we finish this, we're back in with them for March for a month.
Nice one.
So
nice one.
It's good.
What can we expect from the full length, kind of style wise? It's just a kind of natural progression from Roads, or
I guess
it's got a lot more like of a punk vibe into it. We said to him immediately, we were just like, we're trying to get it as raw as possible but as well sounding. It's always a common mistake that people are like, we're going to do it as punk as possible, we're going to call it with a 10 watt amp in a fucking prison cell. Burzum reference there. But we haven't burnt any churches down or ate anyone's brains.
Well, speak for yourself.
But it's got a lot more, in my eyes, it's got a lot more of a punk vibe.
Cool.
That's kind of what I'm into and Ollie's into. So it's kind of like a 50-50. There's a lot of fast tracks on there and a lot of slower, kind of bluesy ones.
Yeah, and some, we wanted to experiment with kind of some weird psychedelic-y stuff, and just, but I think it'll be, you'll know it's us when you hear it, but we want to step it up from what we've done.
It's been fun.
Nice. Are you got any plans to when you actually want to release the full length? Is it you thought about that?
It's going to be a quick turnaround. Nice. I don't want to sit on it for too long because it doesn't get boring to play. It just gets boring waiting to play it, and then once you've heard it that many times, it kind of starts sucking dick. Phallic. Beep.
Edit.
So and I think we're planning on June, July. So it's a couple of months.
Awesome.
So, from when we recorded. So good for festivals and stuff. Get it out there.
Nice. Looking forward to that. I know we're only in February, but have there been any other releases from any other bands that you've heard recently that you've liked? We're currently obsessed with listening to new music and checking out new bands. But is there anything that you've heard recently you've been quite impressed with? Or?
We've played a couple of shows with a band. I think they're from Barnsley called Cavorts. They're a Jägermeister band, well, not a Jägermeister band, but they're and their stuff is just so raw. It's fucking amazing. We played like 2 or 3 shows with them in the last couple of months, and it's such nice guys. And they're in the same position as us. They're pushing like 30 and got day jobs and all that. And they're just a really nice bunch of guys. Their music's fucking awesome.
Nice.
They've just brought out. I had their EP from years ago. But they've just brought out a full length called Got Your Brass.
Nice.
Very good band.
Nice.
And our friends here in York, they were in a band called The Fear, like a punk band.
Oh yeah, I've heard them.
They separated, disbanded, and they've got a new band called Larakia.
Right.
I've been doing a lot of graphic design work for them, and they're going to be they're going to be amazing. Nice. They've all pretty much like swapped around what they're doing in the band. So like guitarists playing bass and drummers playing guitar or whatever, similar. But and in fact Dave, the drummer, recorded Bones for us
cool.
in my shop, which was, vocals were in my shop. Neighbours were happy with it.
I'm trying to think of, we've been listening to, is it I Killed the Yeti?
Is it All Hail the Yeti?
All Hail the Yeti.
Fucking amazing.
Really, really good, right up our street. And I don't know how new the album is, but I know really we just kind of heard them through because they're on tour with
36 Crazy Fist just now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they're pretty much. I think they're about a week in front of us. Yeah, they've done a lot of the same venues. They played a place where we played a couple of nights ago.
Ah, cool.
Although it's a bit of a weird one. The new Bring Me the Horizon song, I absolutely love it.
Nice.
It's got elements of the pop thing that obviously they're starting to have to get into because of reaching a higher market, but I absolutely love it. I think it's amazing. I think Drown, I think it's called. Yeah, it's fucking ace. Nice. But I didn't like any of their old stuff, but this one's amazing. But yeah, and Feed the Rhino.
Oh yeah.
Everything they're doing at the moment is just amazing. Yeah. So yeah, I've pretty much not had that out of my stereo. Oh, Here's Legends as well, who have also just been on tour with Snot in America.
Amazing.
So they're Heavy Fruit. They're probably the best album I've ever heard.
Well, we interviewed them here when they were just over last year, and they played an audio, and it was awesome. Like, just such an awesome live band.
Yeah.
And cool guys to interview as well. Actually, really nice guys. Do you remember to use your memory for this one? Do you remember the first album that you bought, and did it have any influence on you becoming a musician?
Yeah. Well, my first album, it's not a bad one. I think it was Dookie by Green Day.
Oh yeah.
And I'd never even seen a CD before, apart from singles. For some reason, I thought singles were only coming out on CD, and everything else was just going to come out on a tape. But other than that, it was Cecilia by Suggs.
Oh yeah.
And I had the 3 Lines on a Shirt.
All right. Okay.
By David Baddiel and Mike Skinner.
Mark Skinner.
Mark Skinner. Skinning children.
Yeah, I was walking down my street when I was in school and found Michael Jackson's Thriller on Floor on tape. So I picked that up off the floor and got home and played it, and that was really cool. But that's mostly where I'm influenced from.
Yeah.
But you know, I sort of grew up on Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, all that sort of stuff. And
yeah, definitely. Pink Floyd was a massive influence when I was a kid.
So I love all that stuff still. Awesome. And that's my vibe.
Nice. Our website covers everything kind of punk, rock, metal, but we also review movies as well.
Alright, cool.
Do you are big movie fans?
Yeah,
massive. Chance to watch a lot of stuff?
Yeah.
You seen anything recently that you've liked or disliked? Or?
I for the last couple of weeks I saw a film called In Their Skin, which was about this guy like going into this house and fucking messing around with this guy's family.
Right.
Bit of obviously a psycho, pretty shit horror film if you want. But I always tell people who've seen that, if they have seen that, watch Funny Games.
Oh yeah.
Because it is far superior to In Their Skin.
Yeah.
But it's not a recent film, but it's a remake of like a Russian or a Czechoslovakian film or something like that. But In Their Skin and Funny Games, both amazing. But modern films, I don't really know.
I watched Transcendence the other day. I quite liked that actually.
Oh yeah.
It was alright. The ending wasn't very good. It didn't really tie anything up, and it left it a bit strange. But and also I watched the American remake of Old Boy, which I thought was going to be dreadful because Old Boy's brilliant, and it was.
It was dreadful.
It was fairly dreadful.
It was dreadful.
Yeah.
I'm more into documentaries and stuff, so I like to watch a lot of like sort of social things, like Zeitgeist and all that stuff. But it fucks your head up. It makes you never want to leave your house. But yeah.
Awesome. Nice one. So after you finish this tour of the UK, what you guys got plans? Is it right in the studio after that, or you got anything
we've
else
got we've got a show in London with a band called Dropper's Neck, who Ben Mills from Smoking Hearts.
Oh, right, okay.
He sorted us out with those guys. I'm just like, these guys love you, and listen to their EP, and it's fucking awesome. And we're just like, we'll go down. It's just a one-off. Yeah. So I think it's like 4th of March at the Black Heart, I think it's in Camden or just outside Camden. We've got that, and then it is straight into the studio, and then we're just waiting for a couple of confirmations on other stuff. Yeah. So we'll obviously I'm not going to say that because I don't even know if it's going to happen, but yeah, hopefully once we release the album it'll all start.
Yeah, we're just waiting to hear back from things. So
awesome. Nice one, guys. Thanks very much.
Thank you
for your time, and can't wait to see you.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Live,
it'll be good.
Should be a good one.
Nice one. Cheers, guys.
Thanks very much.
Cheers. Thank you.